Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Noobsie. If you're looking for a channel that has speed builds and mod reviews and occasional reaction videos when we have new packs announced or leaked, whatever, then here's the channel for you. Hi, how are ya? Today we have a speed build. I was going to do a mod review, but my game has been lagging horribly lately, so I figured it was probably best not to try and attempt that right now until I can figure out what the deal is. So, because I haven't played the game, honestly, since bunk beds came out, and I was shocked when I came back to it and got everything updated, and I was like, oh wow, that's some lag. So anyways, I hope everyone is doing well, and here we are. It is, well, currently it is Monday night at 11 p.m. here where I'm at. Start of the week, and we're gonna make it awesome, right? So anyways, I have a little story for you guys, but first let me talk about the build just for a minute, because that is why we're here after all. So this is Ivy Road. It is built on the Rustic Residence lot in Windenburg, and if I remember right, it is a 30 by 20 lot. It's not a huge house. It's only a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom home, and definitely not really suited for having children unless you want to add on to the house, which I mean, clearly you could. There's plenty of room to do that. I didn't do anything on the back of the house because there really wasn't much room for a deck area back there, so, and I kind of didn't really think the sim that lived there would have really bothered with having, you know, the whole back patio, nicely done backyard type deal. I kind of imagined like an older woman that really liked to garden and really loved having flowers. So which ironically, now that I've said that, she did not, or they do not have a flower table. I just realized I forgot to place one, but that's fine. I don't think there was room for it anyway. So, but yeah, so that's the build. I really don't remember how much it cost, and I meant to make a mental note of that and completely forgot about it. So, but you know what? It happens. I did a fair amount of landscaping, I guess, on the house itself. I guess you wouldn't really call that landscaping, but putting ivy and stuff like that, and I got a little carried away for a minute, but I kind of reined it in a little. So, and oh my gosh, you guys, honestly, that roof above the porch gave me so much trouble, honestly, because it kept clipping into the upstairs bedroom, and I wanted to have the bed up there, and I was trying to figure out a way to hide it, so I ended up using a platform, and that was causing more problems, and in the end I did win and didn't let the roof beat me, so I got it figured out. But it was a pain, and I'm pretty sure I left a lot of that in, so you get to, well, maybe probably not a lot of it, but you'll get to see a little bit of it, I think. And the windows in this build, holy cow, it took me forever to pick windows for this stupid house, I swear to God. That window that I'm working on right now in particular, holy cow, I cut out like a ton of time trying to figure that out. And the front windows there on the second floor were a huge pain, and I don't know why I was having such a hard time with the windows. And then the stairs were another issue I was having, because I love making different shapes with the stairs. Super fun, and I love that we can do it, so I try to do it when I can. But later on, after I'd gotten everything situated the way I wanted, I get upstairs and get that situated, and I'm looking at the staircase. I'm like, oh, I should probably play test everything. And I realized that there was no way for the sim to get off the stairs on the second floor. And I was like, well, that's not gonna work, because as you can see here, you can see to go up down here, and upstairs, you see where you would come off the stairway. Well, the problem is there's literally a wall right there, and your sim would have nowhere to step off the steps. So I had to reposition everything. I mean, it ended up being mostly in the same spot, but it was fine. I was just like, I kind of stared at it for a second. I was like, oh my god, are you serious right now? So yeah, so I had to fix that. And then I put the fencing around the area on the second floor, to keep our sims from quote unquote falling down the stairs. And I think this is where I realized, no, I didn't realize yet, but now you can see what I'm talking about. And there's the roof problem too. But yeah, as soon as I put that fencing up, the roof came back through. So yeah, that was a pain. And between that and the lag, this build took me way longer to do than what it normally would have. That and the landscaping too, because I put a lot of time into that for a change, and I tried to put a little more time into cluttering this time as well, because I do love clutter. It's just generally I don't have the patience for it anymore. So but I tried, and hopefully you guys will appreciate what I did do. But anyways, story time. Okay, funny story. So this was, I think, about a week ago. My husband was outside and he was doing some yard work, and he was moving some rocks and brush and things out of an area that we were going to put our tiny little garden. And next thing I know, it's, I'm inside, and he comes in and he's like freaking out because he apparently inhaled a bug. And he said, I inhaled a bug, it's in my lungs, I can feel it trying to crawl back out. Proceeds to go to the bathroom and tries, hacking it up. Gross, I know, sorry. Little TMI there. But, so I'm listening to these horrible sounds coming from the bathroom. I'm like, oh dear Lord. I'm trying not to laugh because I know he's like traumatized right then. Because I don't know if you guys know about the show Monsters Inside Me. Do yourselves a favor, don't ever watch it. Oh, that's where I realized the stairs were not going to work. Anyways, it's basically a show with all these different stories of people that, have bugs and worms and whatnot that somehow get into their body and start living and causing infections and blah, blah, blah. So anyways, very gross. So he's freaking out because he thinks it's in his lungs, and he's worried it's going to, move in and, cause horrible problems. So he has me call our family doctor and ask, what should he do? Should he come into the doctor's office and see if they can help him, or if he should go to the ER? And I'm thinking, really? So I call the doctor's office, and I'm talking to the receptionist lady, and I'm telling her about what's going on. And of course she says, well, we can't really, it's not really much we can do here. We wouldn't be able to get him in time anyways. I need to have to wait. So she said I would just go to the ER. So no, my husband did not immediately hop into his truck and drive himself to the emergency room. And I'm just like, I'm sitting here going, is this really happening? Is this what we're doing today? Because this isn't what I had planned. Because I'm sure it's totally what he had planned, right? So anyways, he goes to the emergency room, and they take x-rays and everything, and come to find out, the bug did not actually make it into his lungs like he thought that it was. It was just that it was flying so quickly, and then when he inhaled as sharply as he did at the moment, because he was working in the yard, it literally slammed into the back of his throat and went down his esophagus, and was stuck in his esophagus for a little bit, trying to get out, until eventually digestive system does its thing, and it eventually became his lunch. So and yeah, so that high rate of speed that the bug was going, it was that's what was causing him to think it was still in his esophagus area, or his windpipe area, because of it hitting so hard in the back of his throat. So Yeah, and it was funny because he texted me while he was waiting, and he was like, I swallowed a fly and now I'm going to die. I was like, oh my god. I was not wanting to laugh because I knew he was truly traumatized and just having a horrible time, but I'm just sitting here cracking up, and I felt terrible because I'm like, okay, this potentially could have, you know, a serious effect or whatever, assuming that, you know, he actually did you know, inhale the bug, but thankfully he did not, because I'm thinking, how the hell are they going to get it back out of his lung if he inhaled it? I mean, there's really, what are they going to do, stick a tube in his lung? I mean, I couldn't see that happening. So it was just, yeah, it was crazy. A very interesting day, and I have not let him live it down since then, so of course I had to tell, you know, everybody, and my mom and I got a good laugh about it, and then you know, him and I laughed about it a little bit too when he came home. So I was like, you seriously went to the emergency room because you swallowed a fly? That's so funny. I mean, I don't even know if it was a fly. They couldn't tell what kind of bug it was, and which was part of the reason why he ended up staying there a little bit longer, because he was only gone for a few hours. But they said that, you know, they wanted to make sure it wasn't anything poisonous, of course, because, you know, I mean, that could have been a thing, but they just wanted to make sure that was fine, and since it was already in his stomach and being digested, they figured that if it was poisonous, you know, that it would have caused him issues by then. So yeah, it was it was a crazy day, and definitely unexpected. So yeah, fun times. So yeah, so that's my little story for you guys. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed, you know, watching everything happen as it was happening. So but yeah, and let's see, last weekend was my birthday, and just turned 41, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? When the hell did this happen? So, because let me tell you, my brain is like permanently stuck in my 20s mode, that like it's never gonna change. I'm probably gonna be like 89 years old and still act like I'm 20. So of course my body is like, yeah, screw you, you're not 20 years old anymore, you need to, you know, face facts and get over this. But yeah, here we are. So oh, let's talk about this fireplace for a quick minute. I put those windows there because, like, I wanted to do something where, you know how fireplaces usually have like the glass windows or something in front of them, and sometimes it's just for decorative reasons, you know, other times I guess, I don't know, it's got a purpose, but keep coals and stuff from popping out. But I really wanted to do that, and the little, I don't even know what to call them, the little stone, I don't know what they are, but railing type things that I sized down. I put those there because I have a trick where, like, you can put a piece of fencing in front of a fireplace and it'll act like a little grate in front of it and looks super cute, but it only works with certain fireplaces. And unfortunately, that is not one of them that it works with, but I had to work with what I had. So I put those in front of it to kind of make it look like it had a little grating in front of it, and then put those windows in. And I know you're asking yourself, is this actually functional? Yes it is, because I play tested it, and I clicked on the fireplace itself, not on the windows. I clicked on the fireplace and told my sim to light the fire, and of course she stood there for like 5-10 minutes before she decided to actually do the action that I asked her to do because lag, but she did it. It was fine. So it is actually functional, and the stove is functional with the tea kettle on the back of it because I tested that as well, and especially with that shelf above it, I was a little concerned about it, but it was fine. So I was very happy about that. And I'm trying to think if there's any other little things that I had to play test. The rocking chair works fine. Oh, the shower works fine too, because I'm sure you saw the part where I put the wall in front of half of the shower tub deal, yes, that is functional. And the toilet's functional just fine the way it is. The sink is functional here, although I don't know why it wouldn't have been. And then upstairs, the bedroom, again, I was having so much fun with that. That was giving me such a problem, I swear. The bed upstairs, because I don't know if it's because of the platform or if it was because I had the stairs pushed back too far on the platform, but I could get her to go and relax on the bed, but she wouldn't sit on it. And then she kind of teleported off of it when I asked her to do something else. And got stuck between the book or the closet thing there and the bed. So I had to move that over, and that plant that I just placed gets moved, and those plants that are up by the head of the bed end up getting moved as well because those got in her pathing, unfortunately. But I ended up moving the stairs, if I remember right, so they didn't go back as far, and I was able to get her to actually sleep on the bed, get up and walk off of the bed, and it was fine. So that probably took me a good 20 minutes to get figured out. It was really frustrating. I was almost about to say, you know what, forget the stupid platforms, we're not doing it. But I didn't want to do that though because it looked really cute like that, so I had to leave it. I was determined to find a way. And let me tell you, this, what is this, the Better Build By catalog, or Build By catalog by Twisted Mexi. Freaking love that mod and making the catalog bigger so you can see more things at once, because especially when you're looking for rugs and paintings, and if you have a lot of CC in your game, it's so nice. It is so nice because you have more of a viewing space, and the filtration on it is awesome, and I love it. I just really wish I could get Tool to work in my game because I'm kind of wanting to teach myself how to use it, because people are doing some amazing things and I have things that I want to do, but I can't because I can't get it to work for some reason. So, ooh. And then this is fun. My little pond that I made back here, and it's probably my favorite part of the house. I guess technically it's not part of the house, it's part of the yard, but you know what I mean. Of course, I had to put all kinds of fun stuff in the bottom of it and get it all cluttered and everything. And I used the lily pads that we got with the Snowy Escape pack, and that way you will have little koi fish swimming around in there every once in a while, and it looks really super cute. And I love the jungle adventure vines sticking out like that because I kind of felt like it gave it a little more, I don't know, vegetation, I guess, maybe, I don't know, I just liked it. But yeah, and I was having I had such a hard time placing that little fish fountain because of the game at that particular moment. Oh my gosh, I swear it took me like 5 minutes to get that thing placed in the right spot. So yeah, and I cut out most of the rocks because, I mean, that took a minute to do, and I cut out a lot of the landscaping around the pond too. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember actually, because yeah, I guess I did cut out some of it. Because there was a lot there, and I really wanted to put a bench out there because I was like, you know, that's really cute. Oh, that lighthouse, I wish that I could have used it. I mean, I could have if I had shrunk it down, but I didn't really think about it at the time, unfortunately. So, but now that I go back, I was like, oh, I could have used that. Oh, and the little lily lamps, I love the look of those around the pond. That's super cute. Gotta love the stone pathing as well. That was a little time consuming, but it was worth it in my opinion. And then again, the Snowy Escape pack, the one rug that we got with it, it looks like a moss covered rock. That's what those moss covered rocks are in the path. They're actually rugs, and I was very excited about those. So I was like, oh yeah, I completely forgot about these. And I put random mushrooms in the flower bed. I don't know why. It just seemed like the thing to do. So, and then over here I decided to put a little vegetable garden in, and I couldn't find the debug plants to just get in there so that they'd already be planted and established. So I went with the debug cabbages instead, because I mean they look cute, so, and they look like they're still growing because I had to shrink them down, and I put a little bee box in there for in case your sim wants to actually garden in the area. And I found those little stone guys and I was like, oh my gosh, these are so cute, so I had to use them as well. And it wouldn't be right without having a Patchy out there, so Patchy is out in the garden as well. And I never used that swatch, so I decided I was gonna use the pink swatched Patchy. That little wheelbarrow thing is like super cute too, and I just wish that I had different colors. And now that I've said that, I just remember that there's one that's not in debug that I could have, you know, used, but it's fine. And I put just a little seating area with a little table, so if your sim wants to go out and eat, have a little snack by the pond there, then they have the option to do that. And that well that was in the background there, I tried so hard to find the one that doesn't have plants inside of it. I couldn't find it. So I've noticed when I'm using the Better Build By catalog, it, like, some of my stuff goes missing and I'm not sure why. So yeah, that was a little frustrating. So instead of using that, I was like, you know what, let's just throw a little laundry day thing out here. So then this part was fun too, using the debug items from Realm and floating those up, because I was like, oh, that'd be cute because it'd be like fireflies. And then I thought, wait, we have actual fireflies in the game, and even better, they're already in cages. And I was like, I wonder if they work like the fish tanks, and if you size them down, the size of the bugs stay the same size. Well, they do. So I sized those down and I floated them up to just under the surface of the water. So when you're in live mode, you can actually see the little fireflies flying around in there, and it's so cute. And then I put some of the butterfly ones in the flower garden. But anyways, you guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy it. Click that thumbs up there, and I will try and get another video out to you guys soon, hopefully in a couple weeks. And yeah, if you want to catch me on Twitch, I should be coming back to streaming soon. Also, speaking of streaming, I might start streaming on YouTube every once in a while just to kind of see how it goes. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much once again for watching. I greatly appreciate every single one of you, and I hope you have an awesome week. Bye!